Andrew pushed the restaurant door open and walked out. His chest felt like it was about to burst from anger. Just a few minutes earlier, he had argued with his own girlfriend on the phone. Her words were still echoing in his mind. "You only care about yourself, Andrew." The accusation stung him more than he expected. He started walking down the street trying to calm himself. The city lights were glowing all around him, but nothing helped. His mind kept going back to that same argument. Eventually, hunger pulled him toward a small restaurant nearby. Inside, the warm aroma of food filled the air. Andrew ordered a simple meal and sat alone at a table. But when the food arrived, he didn't even touch it. His mind was still stuck in that argument. Why did every conversation with Monica end in a fight? He took a few bites, but the food had no taste. Within minutes, Andrew suddenly stood up and walked out of the restaurant. In his frustration, he forgot something very important. His wallet was still lying on the table. A few minutes later, a young woman walked into the restaurant. Her name was Amanda. Her clothes were old and covered in dust. Her hair was messy from the wind. Amanda had been living on the streets for months. She hadn't eaten in 2 days. As soon as she stepped inside, the smell of food hit her like a wave. Her stomach twisted with hunger. Then her eyes landed on something, a table, a plate, and food sitting on it. Amanda carefully looked around. It didn't seem like anyone was paying attention. Her heart started beating faster. She knew it was wrong, but hunger is a powerful thing. She slowly walked to the table and sat down. Her hands trembled as she picked up the fork. "Just one bite," she whispered to herself. But just as she brought the fork close to her mouth, a voice thundered from behind her. "Hey, what do you think you're doing?" Amanda froze. She slowly turned around. Andrew was standing there, his face red with anger. "I step outside for 5 minutes and you start stealing my food?" Amanda's face turned pale. I'm sorry," she said softly. "I didn't know whose table it was. I was really hungry." Andrew crossed his arms. "That's not an excuse," he said sharply. "You can't just take other people's things." Tears filled Amanda's eyes. "I haven't eaten in 2 days," she whispered. But Andrew wasn't in the mood to listen. "Just leave," he said coldly. Amanda slowly stood up. She wiped her eyes and quietly walked out of the restaurant. Andrew watched her leave. At first, he only felt anger, but when he sat back down and picked up his wallet, something felt strange. A small voice in the back of his mind said, "Maybe you were too harsh." He tried to ignore it, but he couldn't forget the helpless look in that girl's eyes. That same night, Andrew called his girlfriend again. He hoped things had cooled down, but Monica's voice sounded even colder. "We have to go to that charity party tomorrow," Andrew said carefully. "Yeah," Monica replied. "So, are we going together?" There was a moment of silence. Then Monica said, "I'll go, but only if you transfer $50,000 into my account." Andrew's eyes widened. "Are you serious?" "Completely," she replied. "Otherwise, go alone." The call ended. Andrew stared at his phone. Anger rushed back again, but this time it wasn't about the argument. It was about money. He wasn't going to pay someone just to stand next to him. But the party was important, very important. Business partners and investors would be there. Showing up alone would look terrible. Andrew sat quietly for a long time. Then suddenly someone came to mind. Amanda, the homeless girl. The next morning, Andrew searched the streets until he finally found her sitting on a sidewalk corner. When Amanda saw him walking toward her, her face hardened. "What do you want now?" she asked bluntly. Andrew took a deep breath. "First, I want to apologize." Amanda didn't respond. "I shouldn't have yelled at you yesterday," he continued, still silence. Then he said something she didn't expect. "I need your help." Amanda frowned. "With what?" "There's a formal party tonight," Andrew explained, "and I need someone to go with me." Amanda stared at him in disbelief. "You're joking." "No," Andrew said. "And why would I do that?" Andrew hesitated. Then he said the one thing he thought would change everything. "I'll pay you." Amanda's eyes narrowed. "How much?" Andrew named the amount. Amanda's breath caught. It was more money than she had seen in months, maybe even years. She studied him carefully. "You're serious?" "Yes." Amanda thought for a long time. Finally, she let out a slow breath. "Fine," she said, "but this is just a business deal, nothing more." Andrew nodded. "Agreed." That evening, Amanda stood in front of a mirror. She could hardly believe the woman she saw. Her hair was beautifully styled. Her dress shimmered under the light. for the first time in years. Amanda felt proud of herself. When Andrew arrived, he couldn't stop staring. He expected Amanda to look different, but not this different. She looked stunning. "Ready?" he asked quietly. Amanda smiled. "Let's go." As soon as they entered the party, people started whispering. Everyone was staring at them. Who was this beautiful woman with Andrew? Throughout the evening, Amanda spoke gracefully with the guests. She carried herself with confidence and elegance. Andrew watched her quietly. The homeless girl he had yelled at yesterday was nowhere to be seen. In her place, he saw a thoughtful, kind, and strong woman, and slowly, something in his heart began to change. But trouble had already arrived. Monica had found out everything, and she was furious. Determined to ruin Amanda, she went straight to Andrew's mother. "Your son's girlfriend is a homeless woman," Monica said bitterly. Andrew's mother was shocked. But when Andrew's father heard the truth, he surprised everyone. "I don't care about her past," he said calmly. "What matters is what kind of person she is." And for the first time, Andrew understood something important. The girl he had once pushed away was the only person truly worthy of standing beside him. One evening, Andrew stood nervously outside Amanda's apartment. When she opened the door, Andrew took a deep breath. "I need to tell you something," he said. Amanda crossed her arms. "What is it?" Andrew looked into her eyes. "This all started as a deal," he said quietly. "But somewhere along the way, I fell in love with you." Amanda looked at him for a moment. Then she slowly smiled. "I've been waiting for you to say that." Andrew laughed softly. Then he dropped to one knee. "Amanda, will you marry me?" Tears filled her eyes. "Yes," she whispered. "Yes, I will." Months later, they stood together at their wedding. Andrew looked at Amanda with pride, not because she had changed, but because she had never changed who she truly was: kind, strong, and good-hearted. And that day, Andrew learned a lesson he would never forget. True wealth isn't measured in money. It's measured in kindness and goodness, because sometimes the person the world ignores is the very one who changes your life forever.